House Committee on the deadly January 6th insurrection is fighting back against those defying subpoenas to appear in front of them, saying that they should be doing so could end up in time behind bars. Evan Lambert live in Washington now with details on the investigation. Evan, panel members are now getting pretty heated over these no-shows, though there is this issue with their rights as they pertain to executive privilege in the former administration.
Adrian, the Select Committee definitely does not have patience here, basically saying that anybody who does not comply with their subpoenas could end up facing jail time. Representative Benny Thompson, the chairman, the Democratic chairman of the January 6th Select Committee, says the House will vote on Tuesday to send a criminal contempt charge to the Justice Department for Steve Bannon. He is the close aide to former President Trump, defying a subpoena to testify before the committee Thursday, citing executive privilege. Now, the committee's investigation into the deadly attack on the Capitol also going after records and testimony from other Trump aides and the organizers of the rally that led to the insurrection, including former Chief of Staff Mark Meadows, communications aide Dan Scavino, top Department of Justice official Jeffrey Clark, and Kash Patel, who was the Chief of Staff to the acting Defense Secretary on January 6th. Now, the committee says that some of the rally organizers have already given them documents. There are also indications that Meadows and Patel will cooperate. Adrian?
All right, Evan, you know what? We spoke to the former general counsel of the U.S. House of Representatives in our first hour here, and executive privilege was one of the biggest points that he made that kind of clears up the fact that this is taking so much time and it's not as cut and dry as them being no-shows. Can you just bring some more perspective to this?
Well, yeah, just for folks to understand executive privilege, essentially it is this legal question that basically says that some of the president's conversations can be shielded from Congress and the public, and it's there to promote basically honest advice while a president is making decisions during their term. But the question is whether it would apply to Bannon, who says that he's not going to comply with this subpoena at the direction of former President Trump on this executive privilege piece. It's just unclear if it applies to Bannon, also unclear if it applies to President Trump after he is president. Of course, that is a question, though, for the courts, and it could take a really long time.